If you ever wanted to waste shitloads of time with absolutely no reward at all, if that's the case, I think I may have found the solution to your strange appetite. It's called collecting achievements in Diablo 3. Now, I know what you're thinking. A massively multiplayer online game, which is really not what this is, and I don't know why I said that, but in any hoot, an online game, especially a Blizzard game, getting achievements is not exactly the highest priority. But I'm bored, and if you're watching this, you're probably bored, so let's stop being bored together. Maybe. Anyways, start off, we're getting the Historian of Tristram achievement, which is in Act 1. Starting out in New Tristram, you just go into the Slaughtered Caffin. There should be a book here. I already picked it up. Yeah, you just picked it up. It's called A History of Tristram, something like that. And then you'll hear the sweet melody of Deckard Cain's voice serenading you about history. And I cannot get out of this door. Okay. So, every time I find one, I'm going to tell you where it is, how I find it, whether or not it's a random drop or if it's in a set place, like the one we just found. But the next one up is War of his Journal, and it'll be in Old Tristram Road. Okay, so now we're in Old Tristram Road, as you can see at the top there, and I've been clearing out some mobs, and for the Historian achievement, there's 3 things you need to look out for. You need to look out for an adventurer's corpse, a caravan with a corpse named Warriv next to it, and old keepsake boxes. The keepsake boxes are random, so I can't exactly show you what these are, but the other 2 are more or less in the same place. The corpse can be sort of random, I suppose, at least to my knowledge. So we're gonna keep a lookout for keepsake keepsake boxes, and they're very small, so they're easy to miss. So yeah, I'm gonna just move on, keep an eye out. Both corpses actually are very easy to spot. So I think War's caravan is supposed to be in this area, and it's not in every game, so sometimes you have to. I think you can solve that by leaving a game and coming back in and having the map generate again, and then he might be there. At least I think it's like a random roll on that. So I'm just gonna kill some more things so I can, peruse the environment in peace. Over here, I find the keepsake boxes tend to be around buildings. I don't know if that's, intended, but that's just where I've noticed them most times. So I always keep an eye out around buildings. I suppose they can be in cellars, but I don't think they usually are, so I'm not going to check them. And if I can't find them, then I'll check them. Okay, so here's the Adventurer's Corpse. Now, every time I found him, he's been in the same place. So we're going to click him. You get the Traveler's Journal. And then these fellows attack you. So now I'm going to keep going on and level up like a boost and try to find more keepsake boxes. Alright, so earlier I may have misspoken. When it comes to War's Journal, I don't think you can just leave the game and come back in and have a new world spawn and, have him and his caravan spawn there, because I've done that like 10 times and I haven't seen him there, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just not persistent enough, but it looks like you have to get lucky with that. So anyways, and also the old keepsake boxes, just find all those because you'll get them as part of another guide as well. There's lots of journals in there, so, and they're all random where they spawn and what's in them. So again, I can't really show you where all there's going to be because they're random. So right now we're in the Weeping Hollow. The next journal we're looking for is called the Hanging Tree. What you want to do is you want to find a tree and then have a coffin that has a coffin next to it, right? And when you destroy the coffin, a skeleton attack is going to happen, and when you kill all the skeletons, you get the lore book. So I'm not sure if this is the right one. This is just the first one I came upon that had a tree with a coffin next to it. So if this isn't it, I'm just going to skip ahead to when I do find that one. So let's go ahead and start. Okay, so that's not it. So I'm going to skip ahead. So now we're here at the hanging tree, which I forgot to mention before because I wasn't entirely sure myself. You will see people hanging, oddly enough. So now I'm going to click on the coffin and start the attack, and we shall get the lore book. So hopefully. Alright, that's a bit odd. Well, in any case, normally the book would pop out after the skeleton died and you'd be able to collect it. I'm not sure why it's not working for me, but anyway, our next location is going to be the Forsaken Cemetery, I believe. Okay, so our next lore book is a Gravedigger's Journal, or log, something like that. And so, oddly enough, what you want to look for is a corpse, skeletons, buried out on the ground, entitled The Gravedigger's Bones. Just going to click on him, and there you go, Gravedigger's log. So, that's that, and now we're going to skip ahead. So when you get to the Fields of Misery, you're going to want to look around for a dead corpse labeled Slain Traveler, and the rest of them are usually dead adventurers or dead villagers, something like that. Anyways, you just loot his corpse, and out pops the Tristram Fields lore book. So our next location is the Tomb Robbers, or I'm sorry, our next book is the Tomb Robbers Journal and the Crypt of the Ancients. Alright, so as you can see, I've gone through the quest line a little bit. I've picked up the Broken Blade, and I've come here to the Crypt of the Ancients to get one of the keys. And what you want to do when you get here is clear out the dungeon. It's always going to look like this. And when you get the beacon over here, you come down here, fight off any of these mobs, and then look for a corpse labeled the Crypt Robber. So you click on him, and you get the Tomb Robber's Journal. So next, we're going to kick it over to the Warrior's Rest lore book. So this one is really easy. All you got to do is, once you find the Warrior's Rest dungeon, as soon as you come in, you'll see the corpse labeled the Ancient Skeleton. Just click on him, and you'll get the Warrior's Rest lore book. So there's that. Collect this chest here. And that's going to be the end of part 1 of the Historian Achievement Guide for Act 1 in Diablo 3. So, like and favorite if you enjoyed. If you really want to, you can subscribe. I mean, it's up to you. I'm not trying to peer pressure you. Anyways, that's going to be it for this one. So, I'll add a link to part 2 and any of the other guides that are up by the time this goes up. So, yeah. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.